The questions are found in exercise 10.1, that is Math KLB, and this is Math KLB Book 1. That is on page 81 to page 82. So this is where you'll find the questions. So let's just jump right in. Now, we are going to go through the first example, and that is exercise 10.1, that is number 1. And I'm going to go through number 1, part B, and I'll pick a few other examples as we progress. So when you go through that number 1, part B, the question simply states that use letters to represent the following statement. And what is that statement in number 1B? A number is multiplied by 3, then 6 is added to the result. So when you multiply a number by 3, then you add 6 to the result, how can you represent that algebraic expression? Now, this will be the algebraic expression. We'll simply say, let that number be x. We'll always let whatever it is we don't know to be x. So if we let the number be x, now let us multiply this number by 3. Therefore, when you multiply this number by 3, it will be 3x. Now, when you multiply this number by 3, then you're supposed to add 6 to the result. So let us add 6 to this result. When you add 6 to this result, this will form our algebraic expression. So this will be the algebraic expression. You can pause the video or just rewind the video so that you can also understand what the question is if you are unable to access that mathematics textbook KLB Book 1. Now let's go through the second question, that is question number 2 on exercise 10.1. Well, I will not be in a position to do all the questions. I will just pick a sample questions on this exercise. So the second question that I picked was number 2, and here is number 2. John is twice as old as his brother Kogo. Now let's just write the first statement, and we are told that we have 2 people here, and that is John, and the second person is Kogo. So we are told that John is twice as old as Kogo. It therefore means if Kogo's age is x years, so we let Kogo's age be x years, therefore John will be twice as old as him. Twice simply means the age of John will be 2 times that of Kogo, and that will be 2x years. Now we already have the age of John and that of Kogo. Let's continue with the question. Their sister Jane, so we have a third person here who is Jane. So their sister Jane is 7 years younger than Kogo. So Jane is 7 years younger than Kogo. Therefore, it means to get Jane's age, you'll get the age of Kogo, then you less 7. This will be Jane's age. So Jane is 7 years younger than Kogo. From there, we want to write down an expression for the sum. So let us get the sum of their ages. The sum of their ages simply means you need to add John's age, which is 2x, to that of Kogo, which is x, and finally to that of Jane, which is x minus 7. So at this point, we simply collect the like terms. And what are the like terms? These are just terms which are similar. And 2x plus 1, x plus 1x. It's simply adding 2 plus 1 plus 1. And that will give us 4x. Now, once you have 4x here, the minus 7 will simply remain. You know you cannot add 4 plus 7 because these are 2 totally different terms. Now, the last question I'm going to handle will be question number 12 of that exercise 10.1 KLB Book 1. That is on page 82. So this is on page 82. The question reads, a man whose strides is 3 over 4 meters long walks all the way around a rectangular plot measuring 8 meters by measuring A meters by B meters. Find the expression for the total number of strides. So first of all, let us picture a rectangular figure here. So this will represent our rectangular plot. So the plot has a dimension of 8 meters by has a dimension of A meters by B meters. So we can easily get the perimeter of this rectangular plot. Perimeter of a rectangle is simply twice the length plus the width, all of it in bracket. So when we get twice the length, which is A, added to the width, which is B, the perimeter will therefore be equivalent to 2A plus 2B. Now we already have the perimeter of the rectangle, and that perimeter is simply this. Now in order to calculate the number of strides, we simply need to get if one stride is equivalent to 3 over 4 meters. Therefore, this perimeter will be equivalent to how many strides? We'll simply write a simple equation and say if 3 over 4 meters is equal to only one stride. One stride is just like a step. So when you picture an individual walking, and that individual, when they are walking, this is what we call a stride. So one stride is equivalent to 3 over 4 meters. Therefore, the perimeter of this rectangle, which is 2A plus 2B, all of it in meters, how many strides will this be equivalent to? Now, this will be equivalent to 2A plus 2B. Remember, all of this you're supposed to divide 3 over 4. So let me just put a division sign here. 3 all over 4. This will be the number of strides. So let me solve this mathematical problem. Now this mathematical problem simply states that if there is a division sign here, then we will change that division sign to multiplication, and that will affect this one. So when we change this into multiplication, we'll simply have 2A plus 2B, all of it in bracket. When we put here multiplication sign, therefore the order in which this arrangement is made will change, and that 4 will be up and 3 will finally be down. So this is an algebraic expression of the number of strides the individual, the man, took all round. So when we simplify this, we will simply have 4 times 2, and that is 8A, plus this other one, which is 8B. Remember, all of this divided by 3. So this will be the number of strides. Thank you for watching this video. In the next tutorial video I will post on this topic, we will be looking at simplification of algebraic expression. So I'd like you to go through this part. Make sure you read ahead of me, and we will have a very interactive lesson. If there is any question, don't forget to ask or comment